Frequently, we would run into issues based on either policy in one company versus another, or for some other reason, like this is always the way we do it. We developed two important operating principles to discuss any subject or potential solution on the team or between the two companies. We would look to define issues rather than stating positions, and it was more important what was the right thing to do than who was right. Sometimes we would identify potential ideas, but we weren't totally sure that they would work. So we developed a way to construct tests to see what was the simplest and cheapest way to validate whether this was something that would work or it wouldn't work. We would typically identify what the size of the prize would be if we were successful on the idea. This would help us be a guide to know how much time, attention, and resources to put against that solution. Then we would determine what are the success criteria that would be required from both companies in order for them to want to expand it. And from there, we would go ahead and do the test. Then when we would evaluate the results of whether it was a good idea that worked, or maybe it was an idea that didn't work. And if it was an idea that didn't work, we would go on to the next question of ourselves, which was, did it not work because we didn't execute it right, or did it not work because it wasn't a good idea? If we concluded it didn't work because we didn't execute it right, but we still believed that there was merit in it, we would often retest the idea and correct what went wrong in the first time. Therefore, everyone on the team or on both teams were able to participate in a broad number of initiatives, and they were able to see their input and fingerprints on whatever the results were. The process was just like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle. We knew what the picture was on the outside of the box, but to make the picture a reality, when we opened that box, there were lots of puzzle pieces which represented the different individuals and functions on both teams or on one team, and they had to be put in place in a way to make the picture on the box a reality. From the leadership point of view, the very best way to help this kind of culture develop is to be very transparent and identify what the goal is and what the benefits would be, assuming success. Then, along the journey, we needed to communicate openly and frequently at the progress that was being made, what were the new challenges that we had not anticipated when we started, and what was still in front of us to bring this idea to reality. Also, leadership needed to ensure that there was significant recognition for all those individuals that contributed, so there was a benefit from their perspective for the extra effort and excellence they brought to the process.